See, I saw him sans clock in probably...
Had he been robbed?
No, it wasn't Freeport, but he was getting a train, and he was just normal. No Viking, no clock, no anything. He was just standing there. I was like, you probably shouldn't say anything, because this was like way before he was even like famous again. Right. And I was just like, that's Flavor Flav.
I always liked the music.
Oh, so he probably, when he wasn't famous, he probably stopped wearing the clock because he got tired of people going, oh, that's who used to be Flavor Flav.
Right. That's who used to be kind of famous. Remember him? Oh, that's so cute. He's taking a train.
His road back was that Surreal Life show, right? When he made out with Bridget Nielsen. And then he started wearing the helmet. He always wore the clock, and then he just got more prominent, more popular.
And then he found a helmet.
There you go.
He's like a 2-year-old. You know, 2-year-olds will find things and wear it for a week.
Works for him. He's the man.
He also had a crown though too. He does the crown. He goes back and forth.
Yeah, he's had a crown.
He's regal.
I just think it's great because on that stupid show I saw maybe like 5 episodes of like they'd go wake him up like Flav, we have a problem, and he's wearing the clock and a Viking helmet in bed. I'm like, who really does that?
Bed. So uncomfortable.
He's just like, what's up, ladies? How you doing? And
you
like,
could lose an eye.
I know. He's got the Viking helmet on.
Honestly though, like those dating shows, like who really wants to make out with him? Like, I don't know. You know what? Like, I know when a guy is good looking and when a guy is not, but like. He's like old and like, you know.
It's like, who gets to make out with Steve Buscemi?
Yeah, it's
the
like
new reality show.
Who wants that?
I don't mind. That, I mean, if you wore a clock and a crown, maybe I'd be like, ugh. But Steve Buscemi, I don't find that horrible looking.
I guess your reference
I know that
is bad,
everyone makes fun of
him. He won Ugliest Celebrity.
Yeah.
In some poll that was taken.
So did Gilbert Gottfried.
He's funny.
It was in some weird poll, and I think that like he was number 1 and second was like Osama bin Laden or something like that. It wasn't celebrities. It was like well-known people, but like Osama was number 2, and Gilbert Gottfried beat him out.
Steve Buscemi, I could see as like being like an ugly dude. I mean, I could see. I don't, you know, he's got a unique look. I guess.
All right. This is an awkward conversation.
This became a Steve Buscemi love fest.
You brought it up,
it's
buddy.
Weird.
I know. I'm gonna get a T-shirt. I love Steve Buscemi.
So I printed up this abbreviated bio, so we must mention Lee since he's here, obviously.
we should mention.
We should mention that, you know, the 800-pound gorilla in the room right here with the varied bio.
What'd you call me? That's just rude.
I'm sorry.
Rudeness.
Yeah, I know. You were asking for it with your Mr. Rogers sweater over there. He's been on Comedy Central's Fresh Debate 08 as a writer-performer. Check.
Yeah, check.
Regular contributor to The Onion. Check. Host and co-writer of on-demand show The Movie Loft. This is your more recent endeavor.
This is new. This is new this month. I'm hosting. I think it's only on. It's in like 30 million households, so it's not on everybody's TV. But
that's quite a bit of households, though.
It's a couple households. Yes.
Couple, yeah. So what do you do on this show?
I host it, and basically it talks about their movies that it's for the on-demand channel. So basically, people go to the on-demand channel, they watch me, they decide what to watch. But I get to write and make fun of these movies. So.
You're very influential in people's viewing decisions, is what you're saying.
Yes. Well, I make fun of all the movies. So after they watch me, they're probably like, well, I don't want to see any of those.
Oh, okay. So you're counterproductive to the program.
Counterproductive, yes.
Excellent. Okay. Let's see. What else we got? ABC's Good Morning America interview/commentary. So you've been in an interview and you've had commentary. Is that accurate or?
It was one and the same. It was one appearance on Good Morning America.
You wear many hats.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Although I used to do janitorial work. No, just kidding.
Okay. Well,
I didn't have
that. That's what I'm looking into right now. Instead of my sales career that I so love. You're a regular humor writer for the Huffington Post, which is like you're all about that. That's like a big deal now, like that Huffington Post. Getting a lot of Entertainment Weekly had its awards thing. It says the must website. Huffington
yeah,
Post.
they're doing pretty well. So they're kind of fun to work with.
Mm-hmm. And you've headlined over 400 college shows in the past 5 years, which is very admirable.
Yeah, remember I mentioned being in Wisconsin with Flavor Flav. That was part of my all colleges in Wisconsin. What was it? 22 colleges in 21 days in Wisconsin and Minnesota.
Wow. How old are you, Lee, if you don't mind me asking?
67.
Oh, you don't want to talk about
ancient. No,
you're a young-looking dude.
I'm 28.
You're 28. Okay. So, like, could you relate to those college kids?
Yeah.
You still relate. You're still on. You have your finger on the pulse of college.
Although what I can't relate to is I try and like bring politics into my comedy, and most of the time it's like you don't have to love politics to like get my jokes and enjoy yourself.
Right.
But at times the kids are just so dumb. Like.
Youth of America.
I was doing one at school, and it was all like 18-year-olds, like all kids coming into college.
Right.
And I had some tag where I mentioned Karl Rove, and someone just yells out, "Who's Karl Rove?" I'm like, just
comedy kryptonite. Okay. Yeah, I was just curious about that. All right, so moving on, you were the Democratic National Convention. You were a featured performer. So you like the Obama?
I do. I'm disappointed in plenty of things, as
how he killed the fly.
Anybody? Yes, just the fly. That's all that's upset me.
That changed it.
I think we should revolt in this country because of the fly.
Yeah.
No, I've got plenty of things I think he could be doing better, but yeah, I still am pro Obama in many ways.
He's a very charismatic fellow, I believe. I think like he's like has like emotions and stuff. Bush was like a robot, like a dumb robot.
Well, also for whatever faults Obama has or things he's done wrong, don't you feel like after when he became elected, it was like the adults had gotten back in charge? It was like the kids left and the adults came back in, and Bush was just a colorblind child with a Rubik's cube, and it was a mess.
Yeah, it was a bad scene. Now here's something I was really interested in. For some reason, this just went under my radar. I don't know how. But you were in a movie, Deal Breaker. It was a short film written and directed by Gwyneth Paltrow. How was that? How did that come about? How was that for you? Tell.
I don't do much acting anymore, a little bit here and there. But back when I used to go on auditions, I just went on an audition for this short film, and it was for a 3-sentence part in her short film, and it was also her directorial debut, and it was in Sundance Film Festival. So that was cool.
Was she hot?
She's hot.
Yeah.
She's very hot.
She comes across very hot. Hotter in some roles, more so than others, but in person?
Yeah, but good person, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although she did say something incredibly stupid that kind of brought her down a peg in my
what's that?
in my book.
Tell that.
We were standing around I don't know, whatever room they were doing clothing, costume design or whatever.
Right.
And there's some aquarium that's sitting there just for decoration with some plastic snake in it, and she looks at it and goes, "Is that real?" I was like, "No.
It hasn't moved in 3 hours."
Yeah, it's got dust on it.
There was the after effect.
I was like, oh, that's sad.
Oh.
Who knows? We all have our stupid moments.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, okay. It's good to know.
Just letting you know.
I'm scared.
We have a caller calling in. That's.
We have this guy who's her trainer.
Rather than the cryptic, just good to know for the audience. They don't know what that means, but
well,
we break fourth wall, fifth wall, sixth wall, whatever wall you have.
I write him notes, and then he goes, "Okay, great."
You should know that.
But I do what's going on.
But
so.
I do the same thing every single time. And what you're persevering to do is is the definition of insanity. You're doing the same act over and over and over. And
he's saying never
result.
Tell him anything useful.
Don't tell me anything. Never trust me. Never tell me anything. I'm the worst person in the world.
Okay.
Sorry.
So Tino, you can call around 11:35.
Yeah, you can do that, Tino. Waiting to hear from you, buddy. Loving you.
I tried to make it a secret.
No. Everybody was waiting with bated breath, wondering when Tino was going to call in. Lee was asking me about that in the car.
I told all my friends and family that Tino was going to call. I didn't know when, though.
Yeah, it was
He's going to kick all your asses. I don't care.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh.
He's got to find us first. Okay, so I'm finishing this up. I just want to
Sorry,
get
interrupted.
No, please. And I just like everyone to know, I did not ask to have my bio read.
No,
I'm not one of these people that walks in and is like, read the whole bio.
No, he's not.
Don't miss a thing. You missed something.
Well, this is the abbreviated bio.
SVU, I was on that.
I didn't even mention that here. No, I'm just mentioning it because he's so diverse and he's a talented guy. I want to give him props. He came all the way out here. He went through the jungle in the back.
Thank you. No, I'm not saying I got a problem with it. I'd listen. I love to hear.
I
love to hear what I've done.
What are you saying?
I just don't want to give the impression I walked in here with a bio I'd printed out.
I
slammed it down on the table.